Hello, this is Cassie B, and this is the Whatever It Takes podcast. First, it's December 18th. Recently, I've been just doing very good. Yeah, having a nice time, doing what I think I should do. I feel like my you have work life and your own life. You have work life balance. I feel like my own life has kind of fallen a little bit, so I have to work on, making sure I'm doing the things that make me feel good, not just in my job, but in my own life. So, really, really behind on organization and cleaning my room. It's like you don't do it for a few days, you fall into some bad, cleaning habits, and it builds up. So I'm trying to do everything I need to do in this one day to kind of kick that off again, to start doing it every day again for like at least 30 minutes of house cleaning and chores and all this stuff. It's going well. I'm very happy with that. Other than that, I finished my Christmas cards quite a while ago, but for some reason I can't find my stamps. And I must have some stamps. I bought 50 the last time I went to the bank. And I gave 25 away to my aunt who needed some stamps. But I should still have around 20 to 25 stamps. I don't know. Maybe I did use them all. I have no idea at this point. I might just go down to the bank and get some more stamps, Yeah, but it's hard. You don't want to buy more if you have some left. So I have to, continue looking for them clean until I'm certain I don't have them. If I can. Yeah. Today has been pretty good. I feel like I got an early start, but also a late start to my day. I got up at 7 and walked my dogs, and then I did some of my cross-stitch project for an hour, and then I went to move some furniture that I left in the garage overnight so that I wouldn't have to directly bring them up from bringing them from my apartment, just so I wouldn't overwork myself. Yeah. So that's really what I'm doing. Today I have some paperwork to do and some writing work to do, and I just feel like I need to, whenever I get kind of overwhelmed and I start not knowing what to do, like I could go a week and everything will be fine because I know exactly what needs to be done. But then I get to some days where, the things I needed to do are done and I'm struggling with, the anxiety of not knowing what to do, not having, that work-life balance. Because for a few days I wasn't able to do my drawing for an hour a day, and I really actually like that a lot. I like doing it a lot. And for me, not being able to do something that makes me feel good, I enjoy doing it so much, it's hard. That's where sometimes my work-life balance falls apart a little bit. I still think I'm doing well, and I'm going to try to do these things, but I also need an environment that's clean and tidy and good for what I'm doing. So, trying to do that, trying to not worry about not having stamps, trying to think about January but also stay in the present. Yeah. I am excited to go to college eventually. I'm excited to be doing this part-time job I'm doing. I'm very excited, but I want to continue to know where I should add more work-life balance, Like, there's some things I've wanted to do for a few days, but they just didn't fit into my schedule. So really trying to take this time today to maybe just make a list of everything I need to do from now till maybe January, or I could do it even longer. Like, what do I want to do from now to the end of January? Usually I don't do it like that, but the reason I would is because I have a lot of things I have to schedule for January. Yeah, a lot of things that are talked about with me and some people I'm going to be doing some stuff with. So I have to make sure those things are in my calendar and make sure that, I'm aware of what's going on. Yeah, I've been so inspired to do crafts and stuff. I really am enjoying it so much. I really want to do more and more and use up some of this stuff I have and get that all organized, because that's a big percentage of my area that's not organized. Is just all these little things I could use for crafts and stuff, and they're just in a lot of different boxes and bags, and that can make it hard, but I'm trying my best, and that's what matters. I have a goal, a New Year resolution, that I want my space to be all organized and just calming and nice and clean, and consistently that way by halfway through next year. And I hope to be able to do that and get there and feel like I'm not living in clutter and feel like I don't have to clean too much because, I put things away where they belong. Everything has a spot. Everything has a place. And once I do that, I'll start doing that with other rooms in the house, like the living room and dining room and kitchen, and hopefully those areas can get a little more neat. And the only thing I can really control is my space. So I want to make that really nice first, and then try to do things to make other parts of the house nice, and try to maybe put up some decorations and stuff that make it feel like a home. Yeah, so that's my big focus. I'm also getting very interested in other things like fashion and makeup and new hobbies that I have to start to learn, I don't have to, but I would like to, and things like, if I know I want to do this and I still feel strongly about it, I decide to do something. If I still feel strongly about it in a few months, I will go, that is something I actually would be really happy doing. So then I will go into the thought process of getting what I need to do that craft. Like playing an instrument, you need an instrument. And just things like that. And finding good resources for learning, whether it's a class or online resources, courses. It is very, very good. Yeah. I felt like when I was talking yesterday, I had so much to talk about that I didn't even know I had to talk. I felt like talking about, and it was nice. I feel nice today too. Yeah, just thinking about so many things I want to do, and I know I can't do them all at once, but I would like to. Yeah, I also take that time to realize if I really like them or not. And trying to, because I'm going to be so busy working and going to school and doing all that stuff that I might only be able to do one activity while I am doing all that stuff. So, really thinking about that, I think I'd really want to continue with doing art 1 hour a day. And that is kind of a New Year's resolution because because I want to try to do it every day, but I wouldn't be upset if I didn't. So, I guess I'll continue to talk about some of my resolutions this year. Yeah. If you watch this video and you have any resolutions, you can comment it down below. So, some other resolutions I have that aren't as solid, that doesn't really have you do this, you do this, you do that, they're done. Like for drawing 1 hour a day, it's kind of straightforward. I also been practicing this, drawing 1 hour a day, so I know how it would pan out, kind of. So with that, I don't really need to explain it, but with other things I want to take some sort of class. I can't really, maybe I won't have time for the class, or maybe, I wouldn't know exactly when I would take the class. It's just something I want, so I'm trying to keep my resolutions kind of as straightforward as possible. I want to draw 1 hour a day, because that really helps me to, complete the goal. Yeah, I also want to do yoga every day. And for yoga, I don't do very much every day. I do 5 to 10 minutes. I do it until I feel calm, and usually that's all it takes to reduce my pain and allow me to feel calm. So, with that, it would be just making sure I remember to do it every day. I think that would have a lot of benefits. And if I really commit to it and do a little more than I'm used to every day, I feel like I could grow in that extent too. I'm really interested in yoga and learning that, and there's I don't know, maybe one day I'd like to do that as a side job, get certified for being a yoga instructor, but I can't do that if I'm not, if I don't know too much about it, if I don't learn about it. And you can learn a lot from watching these videos and just getting. When I used to do gymnastics, when I was younger, and I think yoga and gymnastics have a lot in common. It's you do different things, but you have to kind of gain, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not sure if I know the words, but you have to kind of have a good form. You have to kind of remember what to do with your body to make it better. Like when you're doing a handstand, you have to suck in your, I don't know if that's true. When you're doing a handstand, you have to point your feet and make sure you're straight up, and your form just gets better and better. Over time you learn that. But if you're not doing it, you're not learning to do it. You're not learning to correct the mistakes that you are prone to, just with daily activity. You are going to get a little bit better. And I wouldn't want to do something like professional sense, like get a job as a yoga teacher after I get certified, if I ever decide to do that. This is like, I'm talking years down the road. If I didn't think I had like a good form to, and I'm not talking about like how my body looks, but just how, you point your toes or you hold yourself, or things like that make what you do seem correct. I guess I don't know too much about this, but that's something I was thinking about. Yeah, and I just want to kind of continue to learn that and continue to, I guess, get more toned with that. And yeah, that would be fun. I have a lot of goals this year for things, and I want to think of more little ones that will help, like keep your space organized. Don't throw your stuff on the floor when you're done with it. Things I think all of us do at some point that kind of lead to having clutter and a mess and not a clear mind. Yeah, just trying to figure it all out. My room is a lot cleaner than it was this morning, and I'm really happy about that. I think that's good. I think that, yeah, I think I'm down a good path. Yeah, and I told, if you listened to my podcast yesterday, I think I said that I found out that I didn't pass my exam by like 1 point. And that's something I haven't been thinking about since that point. I don't really bring it up because I don't think it's, yeah, like just in my own mind, I don't bring it up. I don't feel bad about it. And I think that's healthy. I know in the past I definitely would be like freaking out over something I can't control, but now I feel a lot calmer. I feel a lot better about taking defeat, gracefully, I guess. I feel really good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't always feel good though. Every day I think for everyone has its good points and bad points, and just knowing that's important. No one has a perfect life. You may have a perfect moments in your life, and maybe your life is, somebody's life may be easier than yours, but everyone has their problems, and you never want to make people think that you never want to make people think that, not everyone has problems, because everyone has problems. Yeah, I'm excited. It's so close to Christmas. I can't believe it. I guess I'm really excited, but I'm also in the point that it doesn't feel like Christmas. I told you that I felt like it was Christmas. I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I don't know, it's just been so warm, and I haven't went out to do any Christmas shopping. Most of the presents I made or, ordered over online or ordered at a store to pick up. And yeah, I don't know how I would make it feel more like Christmas. Is that something you can make yourself feel? I think in some ways you can, but I don't know. It'll be over soon, and I feel like I haven't done much for it. But that's okay. I don't feel bad about that. That's not me expressing sadness about Christmas being almost over. It's just me realizing a feeling I'm having. Yeah. I'm excited though. I have no idea what Christmas is going to be like this year. I've had a few family members pass away, which is hard. I'm not really overly grief stricken or anything, but it is going to be different. You know? Yeah, I'm excited to celebrate Christmas and get to see some of my friends after Christmas and give them some gifts. And I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm gonna try to ride my bike more in, I'm gonna try to ride my bike more in the new year. Hopefully it doesn't snow too much, but maybe it should, because it hasn't been snowing. Yeah. I also want to go through my closet and my clothes and kind of, because I'm very, very lucky, but I also have too many, like, jackets and coats, and somebody else could probably use them, Yeah, I just need a few. It's not that I have too many. Like, I have some from somebody gave me some really nice ones, and I'll definitely use those. But I have some that I bought myself a long time ago, and I just don't use them. And I got so many nice new things that fit better and look better and just keep me warmer, that I should decide to give away my older things because they're in good condition. It's sometimes hard to part with things. I think sometimes our frame of mind can affect that. In the way of, like, you may hear people say, like, I gave that thing away and I don't regret it at all, which is totally fine. It's a good sentiment to not be super attached to things. But I also recently had an experience where I thought I gave away a few little things that I liked that had a place and, weren't bothering anything. And that made me quite sad because I was like, why did I force myself to do that? There's quite a few things in our lives, if we give them away, we won't feel anything. But there's also, things in our life that we are attached to. Because as people, I feel like we get that way. We get that way that sometimes things comfort us in our lives more than people. And I don't think that's necessarily wrong. Yeah, so just deciding, and yeah. Yeah, I've been very good with some of the, things that I tend to get addicted to, like social media and especially watching YouTube videos but not really enjoying them. I think even shows, I had such a bad problem. Like, it might seem silly, but I think it's things that really do affect people to the point where they can't get other things done. Like, I had a couple of shows where, not a couple, probably lots and lots and lots of shows where I would just like binge watch things and then continue and continue and continue, and I wouldn't be enjoying it anymore. And I wouldn't stop because you'd have like irrational thoughts in your mind, like what if I die in my sleep and I don't get to finish this show, which is so silly. But you start to get these emotional attachments to things and to like things you don't even care about. And I don't know. Yeah. So I've been doing good with that. I can actually stop watching a show even if I like it. If it becomes no longer as fun, I just don't watch it. I just save it in my bookmarks, and if I feel like it, I continue another time. I don't feel a need to. Yeah, I think a lot of that came from anxiety. Like, I was trying to block out a lot of the things in my life, but I was also very addicted to this material. This, what is it called? I don't know. To these shows. Yeah. I've been I guess with my memory, I've been not having a bad time, but also it's hard. Like, I used to remember what I wanted. Like, I don't think of topics or anything before I make this. I just kind of do it as a diary. So, I don't ever have like a name for the podcast in mind, like a title, like blah blah blah, something something. I don't know if that was a good explanation, but like the words you put in the title. So throughout the podcast, I'd usually think, oh, I talked about this, I'll call it this or that, or something I talked about. But I've been having a really hard time remembering what I've talked about. And I think I did talk about some, like, things that are, like I talked about my hobbies and my work-life balance and things like that. That are, like, things that a description words, like, this is a thing. But I have a hard time. Like, usually when I think of the title, I can go, oh yeah, that's the one I'm gonna call this. I think that's one of the important points I go over. But now I'm having a hard time even remembering things like that. But it's not a problem, because I'll just watch this back, listen to it until I find something. But it's interesting how memory can be affected in that way. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. This was extremely nice, extremely fun. I want to thank you all for watching, and yeah, hope you can finish your Christmas shopping and have a lovely Christmas. This has been the Whatever It Takes podcast.